Well, hello, church family. Hope you're having a good week and a good start to your Friday. I wanted to give a brief announcement. I promise to be brief. This Sunday night, we have our last evening service for the year. It's a regularly scheduled evening service, on the calendar since the very beginning, of course, 5 o'clock. In many ways, it'll be similar to what we always do. We'll sing together. We'll sing three songs versus two. They will all have a Christmas theme to them. At least two out of the three will be. So, kind of get you in the mindset of the season we're in. We'll go through different announcements. We'll certainly pray together. You'll also be introduced to the five men who are going to be doing the pastoral internship in 2025. So, you'll get to know who they are and how you can be praying for them. We'll have a few other updates about different things going on. Coming up in 2025. But also, what we're going to be doing is during the typical devotional or teaching time, we're going to kind of do a 2-for-1. Um, I want to give you the opportunity. I'm not going to ask anyone to come up to the pulpit. I'm not going to ask anyone to, preach a sermon or, do anything over the top. You can do this right where you're seated on Sunday night. But I would love to hear from as many people as possible who are members of our church who will be in the service on Sunday night. I would love to hear from as many of you as possible on this. In 2024, I want you to pick one, at most two things to share, but at least one will be fine. Of a book you've read that's had a big impact on you in some way. Could be a book you brought on your own, could have been a book I passed out on Sunday night or whenever. An article you've read, a verse or set of verses that have uniquely ministered to you in Scripture, a hymn or a song that we've been singing at CCBC, maybe a stanza, maybe a phrase that has really ministered to you in a unique way this year. Maybe it was a sermon you listened to this year at CCBC, Sunday morning, Sunday night, that greatly impacted you. What was the passage? That sort of thing. A small group or a friend that has blessed you in some way. And then maybe an evangelistic story, an evangelistic conversation you got in that it was very encouraging and you want to boast in the Lord and what it was like. Here's the basic point. I want to end this year boasting in the Lord. Boasting not in our might, not in our riches, not in our skills, but boasting in the Lord. But yet the Lord chooses to use people and a variety of things to exalt himself and to work in our lives. And so I want to use this time, be thinking between now and Sunday night, if you're going to come to the service, which I hope as many of you will be there as possible, that you'll be thinking about one of those things. I'll put that in the email as well, just so you remember those, 6 or 7 things. Now, to be mindful of time, though, each person can't spend 5 minutes talking. This has got to basically be about a minute per person. If only like 7 people speak, okay, I can spread it out a little more. But if we have at least 15 to 20 people say something, if you do 1 minute a person, there's about 20 minutes right there. So we don't want to go too long. And at some point I will cut it off. So we'll have mics that you can share. I just want to use this time to edify the body and boast in the Lord. And then in the remaining time we have together, I would say probably the 25 to 30 minutes that will probably remain after that. I'm going to do something slightly different. I'm going to give a word of encouragement slash share a word from our deceased brother, Jonathan Edwards. I'm going to read excerpts from a sermon he preached hundreds of years ago. And as a gift from us to you, we have put that sermon in a pamphlet form. See where's that? I think it looks like this. Right here. The preciousness of time and the importance of redeeming it. So I just want to let you guys know we're going to be passing these out. I'm not going to be able to read the sermon word for word from start to finish. It takes about, give or take, maybe 35, 40 minutes to read, 45 maybe on the longer end. So I'm not going to be able to do all of it, but I'm going to read some excerpts from it. And then what we're going to do is look at the back here with an exercise, looking back on 2024, looking ahead to 2025 on redeeming the time. And so I hope it's a time of encouragement. I hope it's a time of joy. I hope it's a time of gratitude. And because I'm a cheesy pastor and I want you to have something to remember this topic tonight as we head into next year, if you come Sunday night, everyone gets a free plastic hourglass. It's definitely not an hour, but this is going to be a visual reminder that we as Christians should think well about how to redeem the time. So, anyway, all that being said, at the conclusion of our evening service, we will plan to have desserts and refreshments and enjoy our time together as a church family. Hope you can make it. God bless.